and welcome to e-sipnayan, your math guide through senior high school. So for today's video, we are going to talk about amortization. So again, before anything else, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button to our channel, e-sipnayan. The objectives for today's video is to be able to compute for the periodic payment in an amortization and to construct an amortization schedule. So let us start with the definition of amortization. So when we say amortization, it is the gradual extinction of a loan over a period of time by means of a series of regular payments due at the end of each payment period. Okay, so when we construct an amortization schedule, we construct a table that shows how the borrower repays the loan with the interest over time by paying regularly. So in this table, both the lender and the borrower will be able to see how much of each payment goes to the interest and how much is reduced to the principal. Okay, so let us define first what is periodic payment. So periodic payment is the fixed amount that you pay every payment to repay the loan. Okay? So how do we solve for the periodic payment in an amortization schedule? So we use this formula. So this formula is actually derived from the formula for present value of simple ordinary annuity, since amortization involves simple ordinary annuities. Okay, so in this formula, our P represents the periodic payment, PV is the present value, R is the rate of interest, N is the number of compounding periods per year, and T is the time in years. Now let us have an example. Okay, so say Aliyah loaned 20,000 pesos to buy a new washing machine. She agreed to repay her loan by making regular quarterly payments for a year at 5% interest compounding quarterly. So if we're going to construct an amortization schedule for Aliyah's loan, the first thing that we have to do is to compute for the periodic payment. Okay, so to do that, let us first identify the given values. So we have 20,000 pesos as the original amount that she loaned. Therefore, 20,000 pesos is our present value. Our interest is 5%. Okay, or 0.05. Our number of compounding periods per year is 4 since it compounds quarterly, and the time is 1 since the payments will be made for only 1 year. Okay, so to solve for the periodic payment, we use the formula P is equal to PV times R over N all over 1 minus 1 plus R over N raised to negative N times T. So we simply substitute our given values to the formula, and using our calculators, we will be able to see that the periodic payment is 5,157 pesos and 22 centavos. Okay, so now that we know the periodic payment for the loan, we can now construct our amortization schedule. Okay, so an amortization schedule has 5 columns. Okay, the first one is the period. So this will tell you how many times you have to pay for your loan. Next column is the periodic payment. So this will they will write here the regular payment that you made, and the interest for the third column, interest per payment interval. Fourth column is the amount repaid, and the last column is the outstanding balance. Okay, so since we know that Aliyah will be making quarterly payments for 1 year, and quarterly indicates 4 times a year, therefore there will be 4 periods of payment. Okay, so she will be paying 4 times. Okay, so initially our outstanding balance is 20,000 pesos, so that is the original loan. Okay, so on the first quarter, she will be paying 5,157 pesos and 22 centavos. So the next thing that we're going to compute is the interest. Okay, so to compute for the interest, you take the previous balance, in this case that is 20,000 pesos, multiply that with the rate of interest 0.05 divided by the number of payments per year. So we know we're paying quarterly, so that is 4. Okay, so 20,000 times 0.05 times 4 is equal to 250 pesos. Okay, next, let's compute for the amount repaid. So this is the amount repaid to the outstanding balance without interest. So we are going to take out the interest from the periodic payment. Remember that the periodic payment already has interest, or you're already paying for the interest in your periodic payment. So we have to remove that to get the amount repaid. Okay, so amount repaid is periodic payment minus the interest. So in this case, it's 5,157.22 minus 250. So that is equal to 4,907 pesos and 22 centavos. Okay, so now we are going to compute for the outstanding balance. Okay, so how much of the principal is repaid on the first period. Okay, so to compute for the outstanding balance, we take the previous outstanding balance and subtract that with the amount repaid for the period. So in this case, our outstanding balance is 20,000 pesos since it's just the first period. And then we subtract that with the amount repaid, which is 4,907 and 22 centavos, which gives us 15,092 pesos and 78 centavos. Okay, so repeating the process, on the second quarter is going to pay 5,157.22. Calculating the interest, so we take 15,092 pesos and 78 centavos multiplied by 0.05 divided by 4. That gives us an interest of 188 pesos and 66 centavos. Okay, and to get the amount repaid, we simply subtract the periodic payment by the interest. So 5,157 pesos and 22 centavos minus 188 pesos and 66 centavos, which gives us 4,968 pesos and 56 centavos. To get the outstanding balance, we take the previous balance, 15,092 pesos and 78 centavos, and subtract that with the amount repaid for the second period, which is 4,968 pesos and 56 centavos, which means that the outstanding balance for the second period is 10,124 pesos and 22 centavos. On the third period, again, she will have to pay 5,157 and 22 centavos. The interest is 126.55 pesos. You get this by multiplying the previous balance, 10,124.22, by the rate 0.05 divided by 4. Okay, next, amount repaid. So we subtract 5,157.22 minus 126.55, which gives us 5,030.67. So the outstanding balance for the third period is 5,093 pesos and 55 centavos, which is gotten from subtracting 5,030.67 from 10,124 pesos and 22 centavos. So on the last payment period, again, she will be paying 5,157 pesos and 22 centavos. Getting the interest from the previous balance, so we get 63.67 pesos, and the amount repaid is 5,093 pesos and 55 centavos. So when we subtract our previous balance from the amount repaid on the last payment period, our outstanding balance should be 0, because it means that she had already repaid the loan with interest. Okay, so this is how we construct an amortization schedule. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys on our next video. Bye everyone.